Welcome to Antigua Guatemala, one of Central America's most charming and colorful destinations. If you're dreaming of cobblestone streets, vibrant colonial architecture, and a backdrop of stunning volcanoes, this city is calling your name. Whether you're a history buff, an adventure seeker, or just here to soak in the culture, Antigua has something for everyone. In today's video, we're counting down the 12 best things to do in this UNESCO World Heritage City. From exploring ancient ruins and climbing volcanoes to sipping the best Guatemalan coffee, we'll cover all the must-see spots and hidden gems. So grab your backpack and your sense of adventure. It's time to explore the magic of Antigua Guatemala. Number 12. Explore the cobblestone streets. The moment you catch sight of Antigua's colorful buildings lining its charming cobblestone streets, you'll know this city was made to explore on foot. One of the best ways to soak in Antigua's magic is by taking a few hours to wander around at your own pace. Even though the city is compact, it's packed with picture-perfect architecture that'll have you reaching for your camera at every turn. From bright facades to centuries-old churches, there's beauty waiting around every corner. My favorite tip? Don't stress about having a plan. Just let yourself get a little lost. Some of the best moments happen when you wander down quiet side streets and stumble upon hidden courtyards or colorful markets. And if you're an early riser, mornings are the perfect time to explore. The streets are peaceful, and you'll get to watch as the city slowly comes to life. It's a vibe you don't want to miss. Number 11. Visit the Santa Catalina Arch. If there's one landmark you have to see when you visit Antigua, it's the iconic Santa Catalina Arch. This bright yellow arch is hands down the most photographed spot in the city. And for good reason. It's absolutely stunning, and no trip here is complete without snapping a photo under it, even if the street gets a little busy. You'll probably stumble across it pretty easily. Most shuttle buses and tours drop off just a short walk away, so it's super convenient to find. But here's the cool part: the history behind it. Back in the late 1600s, this arch was actually built for nuns who lived in the convents on either side of the street. Since they had taken vows of seclusion, they weren't allowed to be seen in public. The arch gave them a secret passageway above the street. Today, it's all about the view. The arch perfectly frames the towering Volcán de Agua in the background. And get this, one of the old convents is now a hotel. If you're after a unique place to stay, that's definitely worth checking out. Number 10. Admire the La Merced Church. If you head north from the famous Santa Catalina Arch, you won't miss it. A massive yellow church standing proudly at the end of the street. This is the church and convent of La Merced, one of Antigua's most iconic landmarks. It's been here since the mid-1500s, although it's had a rough history with several earthquakes causing major damage over the centuries. The first thing that will grab your attention is the stunning facade. You'll spot detailed depictions of Our Lady of Mercedes, San Pedro Arinengol, and San Pedro Pascual. It's one of those buildings where you can just stand there for ages taking in every little detail. Inside, the vibe completely changes. The interior is simple and peaceful, which is a beautiful contrast to the elaborate Baroque exterior. If the rooftop is open when you visit, there's a small fee, just 20 quetzals. But the views over Antigua and its surrounding volcanoes are supposed to be incredible. Sadly, it was closed during my trip. But hey, that's just one more reason to go back. Number 9. Pick up some souvenirs at Nim Po't. Before you wrap up your time in Antigua, make sure to carve out some time for shopping at Nim Po't. This awesome store is located right between two of the city's most famous landmarks, the Santa Catalina Arch and La Merced Church. So it's super easy to find. If you're hunting for souvenirs or a special keepsake, Nim Po't has you covered with everything from pottery and textiles to colorful masks and handmade clothing. The place is massive. Honestly, it feels more like a warehouse than a typical market. After lots of browsing, I finally picked up a traditional Guatemalan worry doll. Something I hadn't seen much of on my trip and couldn't resist bringing home. One thing to note, there's no haggling here. Prices are fixed and clearly marked, so you can shop stress-free without feeling pressured by vendors. Plus, the staff are helpful but give you space unless you need something. Nim Po't stays open until 9 p.m., perfect for a relaxed shopping experience before calling it a day in Antigua. Number 8. Climb Volcán Pacaya. If you're up for an adventure while visiting Antigua, a hike up Volcán Pacaya should be at the top of your list. Located in Pacaya National Park, this active volcano rises to 2,552 meters and offers one of the most popular and exciting treks in the area. The best part? It only takes about half a day to complete, making it perfect if you're short on time but still want an unforgettable experience. Pacaya is part of a chain of volcanoes and is still very much active. Its last major eruption was in 2014, when it sent ash clouds all the way to Antigua. As you hike up, you'll pass through a mix of lush vegetation and dramatic lava fields, giving you a fascinating contrast between life and the raw power of nature. The views from the top are absolutely incredible. On a clear day, you'll be treated to panoramic vistas of the surrounding volcanoes and valleys. Some tours even let you roast marshmallows over the hot lava rocks. It's an epic adventure that's totally worth the climb. Number 7. Hike Volcán Acatenango. If you're craving an epic adventure while in Antigua, hiking Volcán Acatenango is an absolute must. While it's possible to do the trek in just one day, most people opt for an overnight camping trip. And trust me, it's so worth it. Spending the night on this majestic volcano gives you front row seats to one of the most incredible sights you'll ever witness. Volcán de Fuego erupting in the distance. Acatenango has two main peaks. Pico Mayor, standing tall at 3,976 meters, and Yepocapa at 3,880 meters. From the summit, you'll get an unforgettable view of Volcán de Fuego lighting up the sky as it rumbles and spews lava. Safely viewed from afar, of course. Now, fair warning, the hike is definitely a challenge. The altitude makes it tougher, and the landscape can feel pretty barren and rugged as you climb. But once you reach the top, the reward is beyond anything you can imagine. Watching the sun rise over a sea of clouds with volcanoes on the horizon makes every step of the journey totally worth it. Number 6. Enjoy the view at Cerro de la Cruz. If you're looking for the best view in Antigua, you've got to check out Cerro de la Cruz, literally translated as Hill of the Cross. This iconic viewpoint overlooks the entire city, offering a picture-perfect scene with Antigua beautifully framed by the towering Volcán de Agua in the background. It's the kind of view that'll make you want to snap 100 photos. The hike up is pretty easy and only takes about 30 minutes, making it a great little adventure if you're short on time but still want to experience something special. Once you reach the top, you'll find a peaceful spot that's perfect for relaxing. Many people even pack a picnic and hang out for a while, soaking in the breathtaking panorama. Whether you go early in the morning for sunrise or later in the afternoon, Cerro de la Cruz is a must-visit. The view alone makes it worth the climb. Number 5. Do some people watching at the public parks. After a morning packed with sightseeing in Antigua, why not slow things down and unwind at one of the city's charming public parks? These green spaces aren't just peaceful spots to relax. They're also buzzing hubs for local street food. So if you're craving a taste of authentic Guatemalan flavors, this is the place to be. The most popular spot is Central Park, right in the heart of the city. It's always lively, with vendors selling snacks, locals catching up on benches, and tall trees offering some much-needed shade from the heat. Find a seat near the central fountain and take a moment to soak in the atmosphere. It's the perfect place to watch daily life in Antigua unfold. While you're here, don't miss the San Jose Cathedral on the eastern side of the square. Though mostly in ruins after an 18th century earthquake, it's a fascinating piece of history worth a quick visit. And if you're exploring other areas of the city, Union Park in the south and Santa Rosa Park in the north are also great spots to take a break and recharge. Number 4. National Museum of Art of Guatemala. You'll definitely want to make time for the National Museum of Art of Guatemala. This incredible museum is located inside a beautifully restored colonial building that was once the royal palace of the Captains General. Just walking through the grand hallways is an experience in itself. Inside, you'll find an impressive collection of Guatemalan art spanning centuries. From ancient Mayan artifacts to stunning colonial-era paintings and religious sculptures, this museum gives you a deep look into Guatemala's rich cultural history. It's the perfect place to get a better understanding of the country's artistic evolution. One of the highlights is the beautifully curated religious art, much of which was crafted right here in Antigua. Whether you're an art enthusiast or just looking for a cultural experience, the National Museum of Art is a must-visit spot while in Antigua. Number 3. Convento Santa Clara. If you're in Antigua, make sure to explore the ruins of Convento Santa Clara. This place is seriously fascinating. As you walk through the site, you'll get a real sense of the region's history and the powerful earthquakes that have shaped it over time. The convent first opened in 1734, but was only in use for about 40 years before a massive earthquake left it in ruins. At the heart of the complex, you'll find the stunning cloisters. These peaceful walkways are a dream to explore, with a beautiful fountain and tranquil gardens right in the center. It's easy to imagine how serene life must have been here before disaster struck. Even in its ruined state, Convento Santa Clara still showcases some incredible stonework, graceful arches, and an impressive facade that stood the test of time. And if you're into photography, trust me, there are plenty of amazing shots waiting to be captured here. Number 2. Day trip from Antigua to Flores. If you're up for an adventure, a day trip from Antigua to the charming island town of Flores is a must. Tucked away in Lake Petenitza, Flores is the perfect blend of history, culture, and natural beauty. You can catch an early flight from Guatemala City, or if you're feeling road trip vibes, hop on a bus and soak in the scenery on your way north. Once you arrive, you'll fall in love with the colorful colonial buildings, cobblestone streets, and laid-back island vibes. Spend some time wandering around the town, checking out local cafes, and browsing the artisan shops. If you're feeling adventurous, take a boat ride around the lake or cross over to explore nearby nature reserves. And for history buffs, Flores is the perfect gateway to the ancient Mayan ruins of Tikal, an epic site you won't want to miss. It's a long day, but totally worth it for a taste of Guatemala's magic. Number 1. Las Ruinas de Catedral de Santiago. Originally constructed in the 1500s, this grand cathedral was once one of the most impressive buildings in Central America. Unfortunately, a series of powerful earthquakes, especially in the 18th century, left it in ruins. Today, what remains is an awe-inspiring blend of crumbling stone walls, towering columns, and open-air courtyards that give you a glimpse into its glorious past. As you wander through the ruins, you can imagine what life was like when this cathedral was filled with worshippers and music. The contrast between the ancient stone and the bright Guatemalan sky makes this a photographer's dream. Don't forget to explore the underground crypts and take a moment to soak in the peaceful atmosphere. Visiting Las Ruinas de la Catedral de Santiago is like stepping back in time, an absolute must-see in Antigua.